My people not be smart, Pastor Adeboye don't finally shock the Yoruba people. Yoruba people did not see this coming. As Pastor Adeboye don't finally give Tinubu back to back. Say, Tinubu, enough is enough. Not be smart, Pastor Adeboye don't finally make U-turn, don't finally do wetin, don't finally back Trump up. This one shocked the Yoruba people. Say, Pastor Adeboye, now you go fit do Tinubu like this. How you go leave your own Yoruba person to go support? Hi guys, welcome back to Mama SOJ vlog. How you guys doing? If you are new here, you are welcome, and if you are a returning subscriber, God bless you. As you always come back to watch my video. My people no be smart, and I know say na different is na dey land for my table, and as the news dey land for my table, na so I dey carry am come here to come share am with una. My people, for today's video, I go dey watch am together with una. All right, my people, make we go watch the video to see what really dey happen for inside the video. My people.
Suggestions. I will say quietly to our government, move fast. Move diplomatically. Move wisely. Find a way to convince the President of America to please delay his actions for about 100 days. And then come home and tell our security chiefs get rid of these terrorists within 90 days or resign. Now that, I'm sure, will sound familiar to those of you who have been following situation in Nigeria. There was a president, unfortunately, he's dead now, as Buhari, who issued such an order. Some of you will remember. Who called the service chief together and said, I give you 3 months. Get rid of all these Boko Haram people or resign. He's not around to tell you who gave him that advice. He ran with that advice, but he didn't follow it through. Because he gave the order as the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. But, and the security operatives moved fast. But 3 months went, and the work was not done. So I went to see him. It was in the news, so this time somehow the press got to know that I visited him. Of course, they were not there when we talked. And unfortunately, like I said, he's not alive now. Or else I would have asked you to go and ask him. Sir, why didn't you follow through? Because when 3 months passed and the work wasn't done, why didn't you proceed with your, are we going to call it threat? I won't tell you the details, but one thing came out of that meeting. Which would lead me to my next advice to our government. In case there's any of you who can get across to them. That when giving orders to the service chief this time round, we should make it clear to them that they are not only to eliminate the terrorists, they should eliminate their sponsors. No matter how influential they may be. And when I say my people, when I say our leaders should move fast, move diplomatically, they have to be and move wisely. We must take note of the fact that if America should attack us, China is not coming to defend us. Russia will not come to defend us. All the so-called world leaders, they will talk. They will condemn what America had done in strongest terms. But that's all they will do. That's all. Britain is not going to come and help us. No foreign or no other foreign powers will come to our aid. This is not the time for joking. This is not the time for grammar. This is not the time for, I don't know a simple word for semantics. It's not the time when you begin to argue. Is it, what do you call it? Suicide, or what are they calling it? What's the language? Whatever they want to call it. And this is not the time for saying, it's not Christian alone. Muslims are also involved. The point is, people are dying. Innocent people are dying. I almost spoke last month when I heard the speech of my in-law, the president. When I heard the speech, particularly that section that spoke about security, and you can go and listen to it again, where I heard him say, all is well now, that displaced people have returned to their villages, and I almost said, the one who wrote that speech for my president, my in-law, does not like him. And if you want to say, what do you mean? Somebody wrote it, but it's the president who read it. Didn't he read it before he read it? Well, if you put it that way, then my conclusion will be there are several people around my beloved in-law who are not telling him the truth. But that's all right, because I think the following day in the newspapers we read about a traditional ruler being killed, whether in Kwara or Kogi, while the wife was hiding somewhere in the house. But it's not the time for apportioning blames. Our president inherited this problem. It started before him. And in any case, I am an applied mathematician. I am more interested in just get the problem solved. That's all. Let's let the government use diplomatic method to convince President Trump to give us 100 days of grace. Call our service chiefs. Fortunately, they are new. Perform within 3 months or resign. Now, where do you come in? You want to ask me, Daddy, you want to tell us you had no idea that something like this is coming? Well, I've told you I'm not a prophet. I only hear from God once in a while. But do you think I asked you to fast for 100 days for fun? Didn't I share with you, my children, didn't I share with you that God says this will be a remarkable year? Didn't I share with you that God said that the wind that was blowing last year, that started blowing last year, is going to become a bit more violent this year. Did I tell you? Well, you know, each time we have a meeting like this, I'm not the one who chooses the theme. It's God. Whatever he asks me to talk on, that's what I talk on. Now, concerning what we are still discussing, by this time next week, we will be having a Holy Ghost service in Abuja. And when we were asking God what will be the theme, he gave us the theme, fear not. That's months ago, before Trump spoke. And anybody who knows the Bible knows that the only time God will say fear not is when there is something to fear. So, when I put all these things together, I know in this year that God says will be remarkable. One way or the other, there will be peace again in Nigeria. But why do I ask my government?
My people, now the video now on a new watch finish, so on a see wetin happen for inside the video. Alright, my people, I would like to end the video for you. Make una let me know wetin una think for the comment section. And if una never subscribe, make una subscribe so that una no go miss any little gist way I dey upload. Una bye bye till I come on our next time. Bye guys, see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.